What's up, y'all? It's Sebastian Mikael, and you're rocking with hip hop since 1987. Check it out. Peace.
Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.
It's your man Eldorado. We live right now in Atlanta, Georgia, Blue Room Studios, and I had the honor and the pleasure of being with singer and songwriter, Slip Inside recording artist Sebastian Mikael. What's going on, good brother? How you doing today, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, man. It's pretty late. You know, we appreciate you stepping out. I know you had a studio session and everything like that going on. Yeah. You're definitely taking the R&B world by storm. You know, your single Last Night with Wale is doing real big numbers. So we'll definitely talk about that and get into, you know, what you have going on in 2014. But for our viewers who don't know who you are, who Sebastian Mikael is, why don't you give us a brief description of yourself?
Well, I'm born and raised in Sweden. Came over here in 2008 for school. Okay. And basically, you know, I wanted to do music. That was like my dream, you know. So I didn't really know how it was going to happen, but you kept working on it, started putting out a lot of YouTube videos, and I actually got signed off a YouTube video that we put out for a song called Beautiful Life. And yeah, man, you know, mainly like I started out in the college market, like just doing college shows and stuff like that. Okay. And you know, from there we just wanted to take it to the next level, and Slip Inside was one of them labels that like understood our vision and kind of like, you know what I mean? Like it was a good collaboration. So it was like, yo, let's just start, you know, working, you know what I mean? No sign, like we didn't sign right away, like we started working, collabing, and then a few months later we, you know, eventually signed with them. So, yeah. Now, you mentioned that you're Swedish, you're from Sweden and everything like that. Yeah. So what brought you to America? What brought you to the United States? I mean, it was really music. Like, I felt like growing up in Sweden, you know, I was doing R&B, you know, back when I was living in Sweden. Like, I was into that music. That's what I was doing, but it wasn't a market for that. You know, like the closest market would probably be the UK, but even in the UK, it's not really a market for that. So what are the musical markets like in
it's
overseas? More pop and rhythmic, you know, like the EDM stuff that you hear over here, like, you know, from the European DJs and all that stuff that came with. That's basically like the music that they rock with over there, you know. So nothing against that. I'm a big fan of like Swedish House Mafia and a lot of those DJs, Calvin Harris and stuff, but I just kind of felt like I wanted to get a shot, you know what I mean? I didn't want to like sit and be like, well, I'm gonna do this music, but I'm gonna chill here, you know. I wanted to like really do it, you know. So I just decided to move over here and try it out, you know. Now, did you have a musical background? As you say, you know, R&B is a big market overseas. How did you, you know, fall in love with R&B music and everything? Who were some of your I guess I'll say mentors, or those that you looked up to, those that inspired you and whatnot? And how did you actually fall in love with R&B music? I mean, it's really thanks to my parents. Like, they're not musicians, but they're like just music lovers. Like they listen to everything from Marvin Gaye to Sade, you know, Bob Marley, Babyface, like just a lot of different artists, right? So growing up, it just got stuck to me because it was always playing in the house. And I mean, you know, obviously, like the music that I was introduced to outside of, you know, my home are like pop stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like you know, Michael Jackson is one of my biggest inspirations, but you know, that was the music. You know, as a kid, every kid was listening to Michael. You know what I mean? So outside of my home, that was like the music that I was exposed to, whatever. But then at home, my parents kept me just listening to that music, and you know, it just got stuck to me. You know. Now, it's 2014 and you're now signed with Slip Inside. You said, you know, you guys made that connection off of YouTube and things like that. Yeah. Since you've made the connection with Slip Inside, how do you feel like you've grown as an artist? Man, I feel like I've grown a lot being with Slip Inside. I mean, it really is, it's all about, you know, when you feel ready, you know, and they put you on the road and then, you know, you get the first single and all that type of stuff, you realize that you're not really ready. But at the same time, like, you can't, you know, just hold back and go back, whatever. Like, you're already doing it, so you just got to learn a lot of things on the go. Like, you just, like, while you're doing it, you just learn things. Like, you make mistakes and you learn from it and you keep going. And you know what I mean? So that's, like, the main thing. I'm happy that they decided to just, you know, go right now and not wait for me to like be, you know what I'm saying? Like they was like, yo, we need to go right now. Certain things that you will learn, you know what I'm saying, along the road or whatever, but that's the way it works, you know. So sometimes you kind of got to jump in the fire a little bit, and, you know what I mean?
Well, I think that's a perfect terminology that you're using as far as jumping in the fire, because I mean, you definitely did come out the gate strong. Your single right now is doing big things. Last night with MMG artist Wale. So how did that record all come about?
Man, we was in Miami, and you know Wale is down in Miami a lot too, because he's with MMG and stuff. And I mean, Miami is a small market. Even though there's a lot of talented people who work there, it's a small, like everybody knows everybody. Okay. You know, so he was down there working on South Beach. He's a little further away, but we made that record, and the next day we sent it over to him, and he sent back his version like within like 7 hours. Like hit us back like, yo, this is dope, blah blah blah. And it was crazy, man. Like after that, it was just a go. Like he was like, yo, let's just, you know what I mean? Let's just put this out. Like, you know, let's you know, start pushing this. That's the first single, and that's exactly what we did. Like we're independent. We put it out on SoundCloud and just started like pushing in. We shot the video, and you know, he was really supportive. You know what I mean? Of the lane, like he really like understood the lane. He was like, yo, I really, you know, fuck with the lane. Like the lane you're trying to do and all that stuff is different. You know what I mean? And it's an open lane fan. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he was real supportive and everything, and you know, the record just kind of grew by itself, and then we just decided to get on the road and just, you know what I mean, just work it, you know, and that kind of made the song to become bigger, you know. So
I think it's dope. You gave mention, you know, to like paying homage to other R&B, Marvin Gaye, Michael Jackson, you know, artists that you grew up listening to. And a lot of our younger viewers may not be aware, you know, they hear the melody, they hear the theme, and they may not know of I'll Be Sure, you know, and where the song was sampled from. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I understand that he's actually a fan of the song, that he reached out to you. So what was that like?
Crazy. Like, I mean, you know, I'm a fan of I'll Be Sure because I don't know, I'm just into the whole, you know, throwback, you know, old school, like, soul R&B music, you know what I mean?
I respect
that's
that.
what I listen to. Like, I just think it's dope, you know, to take some of that, but then bring it into your own world, you know what I'm saying? To mix it with other elements that's right now or whatever. So that's really what we did with Last Night. If you, like, listen to the track, like, you know, it has the sample, the soulful chords and all that, then it has, like, a trap beat, you know what I mean? So it's you know, it's a good contrast for me, you know what I mean? And you know, I don't know. He started like tweeting me and stuff like that. Like, when the record was like out, and I was like, I had to look it up. I didn't know if it was really him. You know what I mean? And they reached out to me like they was like, yo, you know, I was sure I actually tweeted you. Like, you got to tweet back. I was like, cool. And then after that, like he like just like started reaching out on IG and you know what I mean, on like DM. We started DM on Twitter.
Oh yeah, I was like,
oh, that's dope, man.
Can we look for a remix maybe in the future? You know, where
I'm trying, like, you know, like I'm trying to perform with him because you know when we do the actual record, we have like a segment at the end of the record where we go into the 90-day hook. So I had this vision of like, yo, I'm trying to have him come out, do the 90-day hook right quick, have all the ladies lose their minds, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And just take it to another level, you know. But I mean, we'll see. Hopefully, you know, it'll happen one day, you know.
I dig that. Now, I also understand that you're working on your debut project. It's entitled Speechless. But before you release that, you got something special for your fans coming out? Yeah,
man. I got like this mixtape that I've been working on. I actually finished the mixtape yesterday, which is crazy. Okay. Right before I got to Atlanta, I did, you know, we cut the last song on the tape, and we just like about to just go in the mixing process and all that stuff. And it's about to come out in March. It's called Waiting Game. Yeah.
So what made you go with that title? Why Waiting Game?
It's a track on there called Waiting Game, and what it really stands for, like the whole, I named the whole mixtape Waiting Game because where I'm at right now, that's what it really feels like, you know, because you know you put in all this work. And you know all this, you know, this music being recorded and you going around on the road doing all this stuff, but it's like you never really know when it's gonna pop, you know what I'm saying, but you're working for it, you know what I mean. So it really is a waiting game. That's what it feels like. And but what I see with myself in my career is like you know, where I see myself, you know, being, it's like I know I'm gonna get there. And it's just a matter of time. So it just kind of played into that role, and this mixtape kind of really represents that too, because it's the tracks that didn't make the album, but they're dope tracks that, you know, that I work with people from Europe, from, you know what I'm saying, people in Miami, you know what I'm saying, a lot of different producers from my, you know what I'm saying, camp, you know. So it's really gonna be it's gonna be different, but it's definitely gonna be a surprise for the fans, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a track on there called Waiting Game. It's not about that though, you know what I'm saying. The track Waiting Game has a different story to it.
Has a unique twist to it.
Yeah, a different story to it.
Okay. So that'll be coming out next month.
Yeah, in March.
Make sure you look out for that, right?
Definitely
On Hip Hop Since 1987, Waiting Games will definitely have that for you.
Sir.
Now, what can we expect from Speechless? You know, are there any producers or artists that you were, you know, dying or itching to work with, and you've had the opportunity to do so? Can you give us a little overview on what we can expect from the album?
Yeah. Well, you know, I work with two producers named Big D and Lamb.
Okay.
Very talented. Me and Rico Love, we've been working since like 2011.
Dope,
you know, so
dope.
He's the homie. You know, he's been supporting, helping out. I got I got a lot of tracks on there that are very like soulful, and like they have like the traditional R&B feel. Like I just put out a track from the album called Forever, and that kind of like set the tone for my album because it has that soulful feel that I've been missing personally. So my whole vision for this album was to just bring that sound back, like what D'Angelo used to do, you know what I'm saying, even what Marvin used to do, but I just brought it back into my own world, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, you know, the album to me, man, like, it's just, I felt like I wanted to make something that I felt was timeless, you know, something that I can go back 3 years from now, you know, listen to and just be proud of it. And feel like I wasn't trying to follow a trend or a certain sound. I just did something that just, you know, just good music, you know what I mean?
That's rare nowadays. You know, a lot of people don't think of the longevity and making timeless music. So that's definitely something we'll be looking forward to hearing. You know,
thank you, man.
Seeing exactly your perspective and what you're bringing to the stage.
Yeah, for sure.
Now I gotta ask you, as we move into 2014, we're now waiting for Waiting Games.
Yeah.
Speechless will be following that up. What else can we expect from Sebastian Mikael in 2014 and beyond?
I mean, we're doing a lot of shows, a lot of spot days right now. Just going around, you know, the South, even up north, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Just trying to perform as much as possible. Like I said, we just put out Forever. It was featured on Love and Hip Hop. Like, yeah, which was crazy, and it really like, I appreciate that they added the record because we weren't supposed to put it out. And
so they didn't even reach out to you. You happened to be watching the show.
It leaked, and then they reached out and said we want to feature this on Love and Hip Hop, and we kind of looked at it as the opportunity to just put the record out, you know, and it did really great. So I'm excited about that. I'm just, you know, that's why we're actually on the road right now, trying to just push it, go around the South and perform it, you know, just do like a little promo tour for it, you know. And we got Essence Festival in July we're doing, which I'm super excited about too. A lot of different shows, like, you know, just stay on top of my IG, you know what I mean, because I always post like the different cities I'm in where I'm performing, so just, you know, stay on top.
Yeah, so if they want to follow you via your social media, whether it be Twitter, IG, why don't you let the people know how they can get in contact with you?
Definitely. Follow me at Sebastian Mikael, Mikael, Twitter, Facebook, the same name. Make sure you hit me up. And I'll follow back too, by the way, so definitely hit me up.
Y'all know what it is. It's your man Eldorado. We live in the A right now.
Yes, sir.
The one and only Sebastian Mikael, Slip and Slide Zone. Make sure you stay tuned for this brother and everything he has going on. You can definitely check it out on Hip Hop Since 1987.